I have a couple paid advertisements I have to do first.
Oh, God, please. Welcome back to Comedy or Worse. I'm here with my very special guest,
Hugo Rogel.
Yay.
Yay. Hey, guys.
So how are you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm really excited. This is my first podcast ever. So,
Sweet.
honestly, I feel like, I really like your comedy, and
Okay.
I think you're a really fun person. So, I'm really looking forward to conversation.
Well, that's crazy because we're having it right now.
I know, and I really have really specific things I need to ask you before I really know whether you're cool. Or
Let
not.
me ask the questions
You're
first.
just joking.
I need to ask the question. I'm asking the questions.
Actually, mine is really detailed. We need to go straight through it. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Is
I'm
that
just
a
joking.
requirement?
No. I'm just joking. It was just it's
okay.
my first part of this.
Sweet.
Yeah, I just wanted to ruin all my chances.
Let's do bits.
Yeah.
So do you use the stage name?
I don't. I just go by Hugo.
Okay.
My last name is it always gets mispronounced, and I feel like there aren't a lot of Hugos in the scene, so it's a lot easier for me to just say Hugo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Would that be a stage name?
I guess if you're just using your first name, yeah.
Yeah. I guess. Oh yeah, I do. Yeah, I guess I use a stage name. It's like Bozo, but no, he's Bozo the Clown. So, yeah, I guess I just go by Hugo. I guess that would be my stage name. My real name is Nestor Rogel, Nestor Hugo Rogel, but I've never used an Nestor.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're technically using the stage name.
Technically.
That's cool. So how did you get into comedy?
I've been a big fan since I was a kid. My sister's boyfriend gave me a Bill Hicks CD when I was like 8.
Cool.
And that really just wired that kind of like thinking and speaking into me.
Yeah.
But I've always been a musician, so I've never actually gotten to exercise my comedic muscle, I guess.
Okay.
But I've always studied comedy, right?
Wow.
I've always liked comedy a lot. I'd say I study it because I'll listen to an album of comedy and then, make my assessment about the comedian, I guess. But
So you're a comedy critic.
I love comedy. It's so good. There's so many good comics.
So
You can't.
have you done reviews or is it just all in your head?
It's all in my head, obviously. I would like to do a review. If anybody wants me to review your show, I'd be totally honored. That'd be so cool.
Well, you should just start reviewing comedy.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. That's actually a really good idea. But
Okay, this is what he's going to do.
That's what I'm gonna
Have
start
his own
doing now.
Podcast.
So bring your shit.
He reviews comedy.
Everybody here is
Who
so
would you do
funny.
first?
From our scene?
I don't know.
Or if I could do anyone.
You could do anyone. They
that's such a
have
good-
publicly available.
You're right.
How do you think this works?
I know, right?
No, I would private video. Would you please review it? And then people are gonna be like, "What?
I would
You
start.
didn't even get to see the video."
I know. I would start by probably reviewing myself under a pseudonym. Benjamin Franklin style.
Okay.
Um,
I don't know if you should have said that out loud, but
Nobody likes me, so it's okay.
nobody
I'm just
likes
joking.
you. Okay, why are you on this podcast? Get out of here!
Get out of here! I want you guys to like me, okay? I'm not a creepy pseudonym writer. But I did write for when I was in college a little bit, so that'd be pretty fun. I did a lot of articles on like police involvement, so I did have to use a pseudonym. A teacher told me to. So yeah, actually that's funny. Let me write that one down real quick.
You have something right here.
No, I'm good. This is really fun. Oh my gosh.
We're having fun!
This is so much fun.
Can
And
you
I
tell?
love this room has that energy. It's just,
Yes,
I love
we're-
this room.
We're live in the
Yeah.
break room at the Madhouse Comedy Club.
Episode 111. Look at those numbers, guys. What could this
God,
mean?
now I have to make sure that that's really episode 111. I
Okay,
just did that from my top
pause.
of my head. The pressure.
Wait, I didn't know we could take our shoes off. That's kind of sick.
Well, I mean, it depends. How stinky are your feet?
Not at all. I am happily in a arrangement where I'm a good boy and I get my laundry done for me.
You're a good boy and you get your laundry done for you?
Oh, are we?
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Let's see. guess I should stop stalling.
It's okay.
How?
We're actually doing
did
research.
I ask you that? Did I ask you how'd you get into comedy? Yeah, I guess so. When you started actually performing, did you get addicted, or did it take a while?
No, it's very addictive. I think the hang is so addictive. And
So that's the first favorite part is the hang?
yes, the hang and the immediate critique from dudes like Pacey. Pacey's been a good critic towards me. I take a lot of his advice.
Wow. Okay.
Name drop, Pacey, you're the best. So I think that's really important. It's just like with music, like when you're playing with a band, another musician will tell you, hey, that part doesn't really work or something like that. And you work on it together, or, you reinvest your effort with their critique, and, it usually helps, right?
Yeah.
Bounce it off them.
Okay, sorry, the podcast list right on the iPad is way out of date.
Your iPad is, I thought that was your phone.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Whoa!
I was like, that's
You
funny.
like my new iPhone Super Pro?
Well, I was going to ask you, how old are you? And that would make sense. You just age yourself with your phone.
Yeah, like I upped my font size, and then I got glasses, and I just didn't set it back to smaller. So that's where we're at.
This is a podcast. We're both scrolling.
Extra big. So what is your writing process for comedy?
Just reach into the ether, I guess.
So you sit down to write?
I'll write taglines, right? And then when
Start with the tagline?
I'll start with a tagline, or with a play on words, and then build a story off of it.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
Can you give an example?
Yeah, well, one of my jokes talks about my uncle Felipe, who was born when my grandma was 67, and he was born without an eyelid, and so they circumcised him and they made him an eyelid, and now he's a little cockeyed. So I just thought of cockeyed, and I'm like, how would you be cockeyed? Oh, and someone got a little fortunate. How would that happen? Oh, you were born without an eyelid. So you build the whole story behind it, just off that little tagline. It's a Dave Chappelle trick. That's what he does. He has like a jar of shit, and he'll pull one out and just write a joke over it. So I kind of took that approach to it. I wrote that joke when I was 15.
Nice.
Yeah, and so it was one I would tell my friends, and it always worked. So definitely in my set.
So you could tell it to them over and over, and it keeps working?
Yeah, and how it works. You tell a joke, and you can shorten it at certain spots, or you can make certain spots. You can really hang them and hang in the suspense of the story, because you're telling a story about a 67-year-old pregnant lady.
Right.
Immediately they're hooked, right? So you can kind of play it a little bit, kind of play on the maybe she was a slut, blah blah blah. The whole thing, you can play it, or you can really shorten it and get to talking about a hotshot surgeon that wanted to do an experimental surgery, or you can really shorten it, really lengthen it at the end, and keep going with the cockeyed thing, where you kissed him on his cheek the other day and it tasted like cum, because he was probably crying.
Sure.
So I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I guess that's the process that I use.
Sweet. So do you ever tell things that's true in your life, or are you just making everything up?
There are a few jokes that I have the truth in that I just haven't been able to whittle down to an actual joke. Mm-hmm. I don't like to make my joke last longer than a minute. I like it to be, hook, line, sinker, within a minute, just to kind of keep the crowd rolling. I like to hear the laugh. That's what I'm here for.
All right. Cool.
Yeah.
So do you ever set jokes aside?
Yeah, I mean, there's some advice from other dudes. There's some that you have to keep in your back pocket for certain scenarios and certain crowds. I did a crowd down in San Ysidro that was all Mexican people, and I thought it was funny to do it in an accent like this the whole time, and that really went, pardon the pun, it really went south. It was my same set, just with that voice the entire time, and I kept saying "And you gotta trip out, fool." So that was something I was keeping in my pocket, like characters. I've kind of done a character based off you, where I take long pauses between my jokes and kind of just take a deep breath into the mic, just to kind of feel like what kind of character flies with my body style and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of interesting.
It's fun. It's when,
Cool.
when you brought the unicycle out, like that's a completely different character because that's a guy trying to balance and tell you a joke. So he's trying to balance a crowd and balance a unicycle. Like it's hilarious. I tried the guitar thing. I've been playing guitar my entire life.
Yeah.
So I tried incorporating it to doing that, like listening to my set with the guitar. And it's funny, but it's just like Dimitri Martin already killed it with that, like.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that.
You think so?
What you're gonna find, unless you might start off, like it seems like you're mimicking or copying somebody, but if you're really trying to be true to yourself, your true identity will come out.
That's really cool.
So, I mean, when I first started, like, this comic is like, oh, do you like this comic? Because you sound just like him. And I'm like, oh, yeah. I'm not trying to, And then I listen back and I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounded like I was like doing that other comic, Emo Phillips.
Oh, okay.
And then just over time, I just like started learning how to become. I mean, it's a heightened version of myself.
Yeah. You
could get me to act this way that I do on stage when I'm in the right mood.
It's very
like,
unique.
oh, I'm performing.
Yeah.
Like sometimes comics are like, or even just people are like, oh, you're so different off stage. It's like, okay. It's like, oh yeah, you're funny. It's like, do you not realize that we were talking for 10 minutes and now I finally made you laugh?
Yeah.
So you want me to go up on stage and be myself and take 10 minutes for my first laugh? Are you fucking crazy?
Right. That's exactly it.
Like,
I mean,
what?
It has to be right off the bat.
Yeah, I want to do more personal stuff. And I do tell personal stuff. But people just have to pay attention.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
That's also part of like researching your comic history.
I have a joke like, oh, I stopped smoking when I was 3. I mean, that's a real thing. You know what I mean? But I don't go into it right now. Maybe later.
Wait, you were smoking before you were 3?
It's a joke that the 70s were crazy. Okay. So,
yeah, that's awesome.
I was pretending to smoke, and my stepdad saw that, so he gave me a drag of a cigarette, and I didn't like it. I don't even remember it.
Damn.
And I never wanted to smoke.
Damn.
So when he said we were talking about smoking or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I never really wanted to smoke. And he's like, oh yeah, back when you were 3, you were pretending to smoke, and he told me the whole story. I'm like, oh, that's why I never wanted to smoke.
It's already ingrained.
Because at 3, I'm not saying you should do that. That's child abuse, right? But or it could be.
If they're constipated, just a blow to the face, like Marlboro Red to the face, clear them out. I haven't done it. I just heard about it.
Right, but does that make sense? Like, it's a personal story, but I'm not going deep into it.
Right, exactly. You can if you want to.
Sure, yeah, but then that takes time to now you want more tags and more places to laugh. It's easier just to find the funny part of the story, tell that, and then move on to something else.
Absolutely, yeah, keep them rolling.
Let's see, who's the funniest person in your life right now? Could be anybody.
Oh man, funniest person in my life. That's like really making me crack up. It's so corny, but it's probably my kid in second place, Louis C.K. in first place.
Okay.
I admire him a lot. Ever since I watched Pootie Tang, I started researching who he was, and and then I realized he was an actual comic, and I try to copy his style. I try to copy the way he drops everything.
But just on stage, right? Not the stuff he did off stage.
I mean, his personal life is completely different from mine.
Right, exactly.
Hopefully.
Just to make sure that's.
Hopefully, if anybody wants to watch me masturbate, let me know. But
yeah. Consent is important.
Yeah, consent is hottest. But yeah, I think his comedy style and just his writing, he's definitely in my top 3. That I like constantly research, constantly watch. will listen to when I'm like trying to get in the zone for comedy, just because of
Alright.
his cadence. Yeah.
Sure. But who in your life do you actually know?
Probably my kid. My kid's really,
Ah.
he's starting to talk right now, and he listens to me really well, so he'll like say some of the stuff that I'll say. So the other day, he went to the bathroom and he's like, "Dad, I'm ready," which like he needs me to wipe his butt. And I go in there, I'm like, "Okay." And he's like, "I took a big shit." And I'm like, "Holy fuck, like why would you say that?" But it's because he probably heard me say it to his mom or something. So I'm getting a lot of laughs out of him. He's really, I don't know, he's just the funniest dude I know right now.
That's cool. Nice. So I asked this to everybody. I don't always know what the answer is, but when did we meet?
We met probably 3 years ago during Christmas time was when I first started doing comedy.
Cool.
And it was here. And I'm not sure if you were hosting or if you were one of the first people I saw, but I remember like talking to you at the bar and being like, "Wow, I like really like your style. Like it's completely different, and you're not." I call it journal reading when you go up there and you tell a 3-minute story and then there's like a weak punchline. Like you were up there, joke with a punchline, and that's what I like. To me, that's always been comedy, right? As a musician that didn't hang out in comedy clubs and watch people struggle to make people laugh, you know, to me it's like, oh well, you know, if you can't make him laugh, it's because the joke's not funny. But you're not going to make someone laugh if you used up 3 minutes of their attention.
Right. Also, what I learned to do is sell the joke.
What do you mean?
Well, there was a time where I was just doing the joke, and then I noticed the times where I was really getting into it, people liked it better.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, okay.
And it's also like, oh, I'm here in the brick room. I love this room, but there's only 2 regular people in
Two
the
comics.
audience.
Yeah.
And the rest are comics waiting to go up.
Yeah.
Oh, so?
Yeah.
You still give it your all.
I agree.
You know.
I agree.
Like, you're in this for the long haul.
Yeah.
And you also never know who those people are or who those people know.
And most of those comics are listening with intent. They're listening to your joke. And some of them have heard it 2 or 3 times. And if you are improving in your craft, you know, you will get a laugh from them.
Yeah, if you can surprise them, even though they've heard the joke before, and they laugh again.
It's so satisfying.
For the first time at the joke, then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And honestly, that's who I'm here to make laugh. It's the other dudes that are doing it because they have more opportunity to do it than I do. I have a full-time job. I'm a full-time dad. You know, I can't put in the time that these other dudes do.
So how often are you doing comedy right now?
Like twice a week, which is isn't enough.
What days of the week? It's
usually like Tuesday or Wednesday. I did Quantum last night. Quantum was awesome.
Nice.
Gator was there. Gator's a cool guy. I like Gator.
So that was I had to work. It sucks. I was supposed to be there. So was there regular people there too?
Yeah. Let's see. Austin was there. Gavin was there.
But it was already just not comedians
There was one couple. Sorry, that's what you mean. Regular people. Sorry. Yes, there were regular people. The bartender, he's pretty cool. Then there was this group of guys that came in at first, and they were saying something, and the bartender was asking them to like stop. They were kind of raising hell a little bit, and then I forgot her name. The girl who was hosting.
Zen?
Yeah. She, opened up the mic night and started talking to them, and then they started talking about how they had just gotten kicked off a flight. Yeah. So, yeah, and then like shortly after they left, but they got into this whole story about how like they got pulled off the plane and their wives got pulled off the plane. So it was kind of an eventful night.
Wow,
yeah.
Crazy. Speaking of that, have you ever traveled to do comedy?
Have I ever traveled? No, I have not. It's definitely one of the things that I really want to do within the next couple months. I just like, even if it's just to like Arizona or something, I just want to try, a lot of my humor. I build a lot of my humor in a motorcycle shop, blue collar humor. And it's a lot of it, I have to really sugarcoat it when I'm here. And I really want to just full bore somewhere where I know those people are going to appreciate it a little more. I know it's kind of sad to say, and I don't want to sound like a hack, but I try to read the room whenever I'm in it, and I I want people to laugh. I don't want people to like get caught off guard at a comedy club. You know, they're here to laugh. I feel, even if you catch them off guard and then you can save from it. I just feel you have to build your jokes around every room that you're in. I don't approach my jokes the same in every room. So I definitely want to try stuff more head east. I really like to try Boston. I feel like Boston would be really fun. Somewhere where people have a rough neck and can take a couple things. I really want to explore like how far I can go with this. Just for fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So do you have a hobby or passion that's not related to comedy?
Yeah, I've played music for a long time. I had a band in San Diego. We played for a long time together. It's United States 11. We had a bunch of really fun shows. And then I got really into motorcycles, and I've done that for a long time. And I moved to the Bay Area for a long time, and I was just motorcycles and like camping and fishing for like 10 years.
Wow.
So I guess I would say like motorcycles and fishing like take up most of my time when I'm not doing comedy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So do you think of jokes while you're fishing?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And it's it's a lot of peace. I'm out on the water a lot by myself, so there's a lot of time.
Do you go out fishing on a boat?
No, I have a kayak.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's kind of like a boat.
Kind of, yeah. But I'll just go on the harbor and stuff, and it's nice and quiet in the mornings. And I'll get a thought here or there, and I'll jot it down. And you can just be sitting there in like your idle mind, and things will just pop up. And if you don't grab it, it'll disappear.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a good time to do that. And I just I enjoy it so much. I do it a lot. I've done it competitively. I've never won a competition, but I do it just for fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, fishing's great. San Diego's a great place for it.
Nice. So do you wish you started comedy earlier?
Oh, absolutely. I wish I would have started when I was like 15. I was already writing stuff. I was always trying to joke around with all my friends and trying to, just write funny stuff and write funny music. So yeah, I wish I would have started a long time ago, and it's kind of a shame that I didn't. But I feel like at this point in my life, I can be a little more mature with my time and really appreciate the time when I have it. Because I spent so much time at a bar before. I'm like, I could have done it at a comedy club.
Yeah.
So you younglings, get in here. Don't waste your time.
Yeah. Or go to a bar that has comedy.
Yeah. Or write your jokes down. Write it all down.
Yeah.
There's some cop activity outside.
Something.
Probably sweeping up some homeless shit.
So what are your goals in comedy?
Just to be funny. I want to be really, really funny. It's crazy because you think about these. There's like all this talk about these comics that are doing the Riyadh Comedy Festival in Saudi Arabia,
Right.
and they're getting paid millions and millions of dollars. And I feel like all of us that would do this, like that would be a dream one day.
Yeah.
But also like it's Saudi Arabia. If Mexican cartels asked me to go do comedy down in TJ, I would politely decline.
But what if you went to Saudi Arabia with the Mexican cartel, and then you said, "We're taking over. We're gonna have a democracy."
Did you read my notes? Because we were going there. We were going there.
Yeah, you gotta think like a crazy person.
You got to think like a Mexican and be like, well, the cartel does need leadership. You could bond them all together. Just have like a fucking big round table full of Mexicans.
Take all their money and have power, and then use it for good.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, I don't know.
What do you consider?
That probably wouldn't work.
What would be good though? What's good when you say take money and use it for good?
Well, yeah, if you
like homeless people.
Well, people that are unhoused or whatever you want to call it, it just shows you that the American dream is a dream. That a lot of the
fantasy.
There's two things. There's people that should be in some kind of support home, and there's just not the money for that.
Right.
Back in the 80s, or even maybe it was even the 70s.
It's pre-Reagan.
Yeah, they just like gutted the mental institution, and some good came out of it because like the doctors were having too much power and they were doing abuses to the patients. But what we have now, anyway, some people can never be totally on their own. They are going to need help forever, and then some people just, if enough things go wrong and you burn enough bridges, or you've had tragedy where all your support system is dead, or whatever, anybody could be homeless. Like,
oh yeah, I've been homeless before.
Yeah.
I mean, one paycheck away, and oh shit, and you're out of your ass, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And
did you have a car at the time?
I did. I had a car.
Yeah, that's at least a little better.
Yeah, but I was in Oakland, which was really fucking scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It was quick, but yeah, you can end up homeless real quick. It's very easy. You can end up hungry for a week, and and still not know where your food or your money's gonna come from.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do understand that. But
Yeah, and
yeah.
we're, who knows what's happening with jobs, with AI and robots, and we're gonna have to figure it out as a society.
Yeah, I mean, some of us are gonna have to lay our lives down. Honestly, that's what I feel. It's getting pretty scary out there with the homeless people, and I don't want to get into it, but like, it's just where I live, I have to cross through like a lot of like homeless encampments, and it's just some gnarly stuff that you're seeing. The other day I was on the trolley and a naked lady came on, like fully naked. She was super high, and everybody's just like white faced, doesn't know what to do. She stinks super bad, and I just felt really sad. But I had to be like, hey lady, you got to get out. You're not wearing any clothes, and it like snapped in her head. I don't know.
She got off.
Yeah, but it was fucking so sad. Like,
Yeah.
it was a really sad thing to see. The way I see it is like that was someone's kid at some point, and now do they know like that they're on the
Right,
trolley
that could
naked?
be someone's mom, grandma.
Yeah, my girlfriend.
Could be any day now.
Any day now.
So let's see. Let's go back to comedy. What is your favorite joke?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Anybody's joke.
Anybody's joke. What's my favorite? I definitely have this one in the pocket. I'm gonna say my favorite joke that I can remember from back when I was a kid is Bill Hicks talking about doing mushrooms with his friends and getting pulled over by the cops, and that the warning light on the door on the car is saying door ajar, and that he's like, holy shit, there's a little cop behind us in the mirror, put him in the jar. I think that's one of my favorite jokes. It's just so stupid, but as a kid that tickles you.
Yeah.
Those are things that you already know as a kid. It's like, oh yeah, things look little in the mirror, and then the car does have a door ajar sign, and it's like, everything else I didn't understand, about like doing psychedelics and whatnot, but that joke made me laugh, so
Cool.
I keep it.
Sweet. So what was your first joke?
The cockeyed uncle one,
Nice.
or just someone being cockeyed. That was my, I would say that was my legit joke that I crafted.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that joke a lot.
Oh yeah. So do you have a favorite fan interaction? Either you were a fan of somebody or someone was a fan of you.
I think we all kind of gravitate into little groups in the comedy club, so I would consider that like a fan base of each other. And yeah, there's a couple dudes that I think are really funny. I'm a huge fan of. I'd say Pacey. I think he's a really funny dude. I like his style. I like hanging out with him. I think
So does Pacey ever say "great job" or?
Oh, absolutely. But he'll have pointers like, "Why the fuck were you looking down the whole time? Speak up." Stuff that matters,
Right.
Stuff that matters. So, you immediately build a bond, whether he feels a bond or not. Like, I see him, I'm like, oh, that's Pacey. He's a comedian here in San Diego, and I'll tell people when I'm with him.
Do you ever go to like a writing group?
I'm actually going to one today at Subterranean with
You wanna go
Taylor.
Right tight?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I'm gonna try to go to that.
that's where I met my fiance actually. Subterranean, what's up? Shout out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
At that.
At that Subterranean.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I used to do wheelies outside of her work to seduce her.
She worked there, or?
She used to, yeah, she used to be a barista there ages
That's
ago.
So cool.
Yeah.
It's all tied to comedy.
Small world, yeah, absolutely.
Let's see. So, what is your favorite place to do comedy right now?
ACC. That room, I love the room. I love the feel. I love that it's downstairs. Feels a little like clandestine, you know. And it's just good. I love the employees there. Everybody there is just kind of fits the vibe. You know, to me, when I'm there, I feel like a comedian.
Nice.
So, you know, for someone who's barely in it like me, to have that feeling and to feel accepted and to get a good laugh, because I feel like you get a good laugh there, you know.
All right, cool. So on Tuesdays, do you try to do all the mics that are going?
Yeah.
So you call into the Comedy Store.
I haven't done the Comedy Store yet.
You gotta start calling in. How
I
are you
know.
gonna do it if you never call in?
It's because I work in Santee, and then by the time I'm down here, I can't make it up there. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way.
Can't make it.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's.
I gotta figure out. It's a
Don't
logistics
call
thing.
if you can't make it.
Yeah, I don't want to. That's the thing. I hate I never sign up for this one because my schedule's so crazy, and like I can't like commit to things all the time. My wife's a doula, so like she has to take off in the middle of the night sometimes, and she's gone for like a day or two. So like some of my commitments will fall through. So I can't. It's hard for me to like commit unless it's like a day like Tuesday where we try to like just have the day off together and whatnot.
Okay.
And then I come down here and try my dumb shit out. I've been working on this. I've had like the same set for like 2 years, and finally it started like just sorting through all the other stuff I had. Because like I feel like my goal would be build a solid 30. You know, with a solid 30, whether it's you can ride the bomb or not. You know, that shows love for the craft.
Okay.
Yeah.
But are you trying to get booked on shows or?
Yeah, eventually. I run a motorcycle shop right now. I'm, running the back as far as wrenching on the motorcycles and the front. So
are you going to do a comedy show there?
No, but I need to.
Oh, why not?
I mean, that's a good idea. I could.
You got to bring the comedy to you. You got to make every opportunity you possibly can.
That's not a bad idea, and it's in Santee. By the way, shout out Turn and Burn Motorcycle Shop, Santee. Let me know.
Just have it be after hours and
Yeah.
so you don't interfere with work.
Have you been to the Comedy Store in LA?
Yeah.
Does it work the same where you have to call in for the open mic?
No, you got to go there, sign up, and then they put out the list to see who got it. It's a wait.
It's atrocious.
It sucks that you have to go there.
Yeah, and then maybe not get
picked. And then if you don't get picked, you gotta like figure out where you're gonna go.
So it's good to have a backup plan if you go.
Yeah, you don't want to go all the way to LA and then try to do that one mic.
I heard that Riverside has a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah, like it's all over the place. Comedy's just getting more and more popular. I mean, it would be great if we could like have it be as popular as sports.
I know, right? Like, what the fuck? I wish we could charge $10 for parking here.
Well, other people are charging that.
Yeah, I feel you. It's kind of hard. By the way, come and support Madhouse Comedy Club. Buy drinks, hang out.
Exactly. Go see live comedy. That's one of the goals of the podcast, is to get people to do that. So what's the scariest place to perform?
Scariest place to perform? Like situation or just like place itself geographically?
Whatever that makes you.
Yeah, I think like it's my scariest place to perform is after one of the after a certified killer, after someone who really rocked the room.
Wow.
That's when I'm really up there, like nervous as shit. I feel like all my jokes are stupid as fuck. Their jokes are resonating in my head, so that's all I can think about. So that would probably be the scariest place for me to perform.
Okay.
After going up someone that really rocked it. But it's also, I really like going up after someone who really rocked it because the crowd's hot. It's like, the iron's hot, that's when you strike. they're already revved up. So yeah, I relish in that, but it's probably the scariest. It's when I'm the most nervous. I can feel my heartbeat in my throat.
You gotta figure out how to take that energy and harness it.
Right. The best thing to do is not to drink, because then you don't have no harnessing ability.
Yep. Anything that's a crutch is not good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because what happens if you're not able to use that crutch?
Exactly.
What are you gonna do then?
Yeah. Don't let me get my Zins out of the picture there.
Okay.
Shout out Zins, dude. You guys rock.
That is not a paid sponsorship.
Free sponsorship for Zin.
I'm not going to get demonetized. What was your family like growing up?
It was cool. I grew up with my mom. My mom was a super hard worker. She bought her own house and all that shit. And my dad lives in Mexico, so I would go hang out with my dad in Mexico, and I lived with him for a bit. And that was all right. But Mexico kind of sucks, unfortunately. As far as feeling, it's I guess any immigrant feeling integrated anywhere. Even though I was born in Mexico, I never really got accepted when I was in school there, or by my neighbors. And I was always the white kid, and I'm like, the fuck. Sorry that my toys are cool. But it's not bad. My Spanish got really good. I love Mexico with all my heart. But it's I don't even go anymore because it makes me so sad to just see the state of it, and to not even be safe. It's pretty sad. It's sad to not feel safe in your home.
Yeah, for sure. So what's your earliest memory?
I tell people this all the time. I was 3 years old, and we had just driven down to Iztapan de la Sal, which is in Mexico, and our family has a ranch down there, and there was 12 of us in my dad's van, and we drove down for 3 days. And that night when we showed up, I remember we got out of the van, and I looked up, and you couldn't see the dark of the sky because there were so many stars. I remember that vividly. It was just it was the Milky Way. You could just see it super dense, super thick. Yeah, it's my earliest memory.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, rent free, as they say. Yeah.
Sweet. So, what's the biggest audience you perform for?
Probably at ACC.
Yeah.
It's probably 40 or 50 people, I'd say.
Only 40 or 50?
I don't know. It's so bright. I went on second, so I would say it was 40 or 50.
Okay. You haven't been there when it's packed?
Not when it's packed to the gills. So yeah, I definitely try to get on there.
Are you going every week?
I can't. I'm telling you, I've been.
Oh my goodness.
I know. I haven't gotten a chance, and that's why
You're going 2 days a week, but then not every week.
Yeah, I know, and I really want to. I'm
telling you, you got to bring the comedy where you're at.
Yeah.
You got to set up a mic or a show at the motorcycle show.
Yeah, I don't want there to be an imaginary barrier, which is pretty much what's happening. But yeah, I just haven't had the freedom, and I like being with my kids. I like being a father a lot.
Sure.
So bedtime and all that stuff is super important to me, and making sure that they have their regimen and their schedule. And
what time are they going to bed?
Oh my God, they go to bed at 7.
It's
perfect. I know. I literally have no excuse at this point. I feel so guilty, but it's definitely something that has my heart, and that's why I wanted to be on this podcast, because it's it's a step forward for me to really be able to hang out with someone who is heavy in the scene and really take.
I've kind of revolved my whole life around comedy. I'm like, how can I make this sustainable?
Yeah, and this is what San Diego needs. San Diego needs to be oh, I didn't know that dude was going through that, or that dude went through that, or that comic A or comic B, because there's lady comics as well. And it's interesting to be oh yeah, cool. I'll have a talking point with them next time. Tommy Lucero is one of my favorite dudes.
Yeah,
and
great.
I think he's one of the sweetest guys, and every time I see him, there's this like feeling of like like fraternity. Like I know him out of a special group of people, and that's what that's what really matters at this point. So yeah, I feel like I've let some of those dudes down because I could be here a lot more and be more involved. But my priority right now has been my kids.
Sure.
Yeah. But yes, you're right. I deserve to be chastised.
Come to Quantum Brewing. That's on the weekend.
Yeah, and you know what? I have no excuse. We went last night. It was super great. The kids can hang out there too. It was great. I love that place. I've loved that place because I used to work right there at the motorcycle dealership. So I used to go spend my lunch right there and get drunk and whatnot.
Wow, see, everything's tying back to comedy.
I know, it's so weird.
Quantum Brewing.
I've been missing, and it's
just been almost there.
It's honestly quantum mechanics. It's all falling towards that.
Exactly. Yeah, so have you ever hosted?
I have not. I'm really interested in hosting.
You should host at Quantum Brewing.
I would love to. I think it's the easiest way to work out your entire set and not have to be on the mic the entire time, because that's nerve-wracking.
Yeah, you can just say something funny in between the comics, or like, oh, someone bombed. Okay, I'm going to do a joke.
Yeah.
And then keep the energy up.
Absolutely.
Get the next comic up.
Yeah.
You'll learn people's names.
And I like to bring like my friends a lot to this because, a lot of people don't know about this place. I stumbled on this place one day when I came back from San Francisco. And I was like, some guy at the door was like barking, and he's like, "Hey, free comedy." And I'm like, "Oh, it's a free comedy night?" And I walked in, I'm like, "Holy shit, this is great." And that winter is when I was like, "Okay, let's try it. Like, let's give it a shot."
So this was your first stage?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, this is my first, and I love it. I love how tiny it is. I love how intimate it is. I love how dark it is. It's fun. Running the soundboard is great. Being here is just fun.
Nice.
Yeah. Talking to people on the street while you're barking is fucking great. You try your jokes on them. They'll usually get them in here.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
So you're good at the question. People are like, "Tell me a joke," and I'm like, "Oh my god."
Oh, I give them probably something gross, a really gross joke, or it also again depends who it is. If it's a group of ladies, I'll tell them something funny. If it's a group of dudes, I'm going to tell you something really disgusting. But ultimately, come and have a drink over here and hang out with these guys.
All right. I gotta try that.
Yeah.
So I just always feel like that. I'm in barking mode, yeah, and then they want a joke. It's like, well, I'm doing crowd work. I'm not doing a joke, but yeah.
One-liners.
Yeah. I'll have to practice that. So where did you grow up?
I grew up here in San Diego. In National City. I went to Sweetwater High, class of 2008. So I my dad used to own a warehouse right here on down on 11th, and my dad used to sell like these big Mexican blankets, and so we had this big warehouse full of them, and like bums would always break in and shit, and they're like we'd go get blankets, and we'd have to clear bums out of like the way of the doors, like it was bad. And then my dad sold it for like 40 grand or something dumb, and like 2 years later they built Petco Park right there.
Wow.
Yeah, funny shit.
You should have held on to it.
I know. He always kicked himself in the ass about it, but it's like you would never think San Diego used to be like downtown San Diego used to be fucking scary, but also we used to have Horton Plaza. Remember that? That was really cool.
Yeah.
But like in my younger years I hung out in like North Park, Hillcrest a lot. I worked a lot of restaurant jobs, so like Hillcrest, Little Italy. So that's where I did like my early drinking and all that, stuff like that. Princess Pub, Livewire. What's up? I got 86 from Livewire, definitely. Yeah, that was it was part of like my plan to stop drinking just to get 86 from all my favorite spots. But then I decided to keep drinking, so it kind of backfired.
Okay, I wouldn't recommend doing that.
Yeah.
You just stop drinking.
I'm sorry, Tad. Let me back in, dude. I love you.
You gotta tell some of those stories.
Oh, dude, I have stories up the ass. I mean, growing up in San Diego, it's remember when they used to have the Rocky Horror filming, the screenings at the Ken?
Yeah, I heard of it. I don't think
I don't even know if
I think I went to didn't go to Rocky Horror, but I went to the room screening. That was good.
Oh, that sounds fun. Yeah. Yeah. So like, yeah, we're in, like critical mass, like a bunch of stuff. Like, I love San Diego. That's why I moved back. But it's definitely changed a lot. I should have been here the whole time.
Well, everybody has their own journey. So, have you done a character on stage?
Yeah, I did the Mexican guy
Right.
that like says "trip out" all the time. I'll work on it again. I have a couple other characters. But yeah, characters are fun.
Yeah.
Especially if you don't want to feel, if you feel down about yourself and you just want to go up there and be silly, do a character.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. So have you ever won a comedy contest or anything like that?
No, that sounds awesome. That would be a cool dream. Comedy contest? Oh my god. Who would I be up against?
Sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
see. I just won $100.
Cool.
Well, it's supposedly random, but I don't know. Maybe it was because like I had the best set of the night. Who knows?
So I'm definitely on the contender list. I would like to do that. Where was this?
Mike Red's on Thursday.
Oh, in La Mesa? God damn, I was supposed to go to that.
Yeah, it's the
That cafe?
it's Sin Kun.
Yeah, it's got it. Yeah, it has an.
There's another mic like that someone else runs that it has. It's not doesn't sound the same name, but it's like I was getting them too confused. So I just have to like go to the post and make sure I type in the right thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or no, Katana.
No, it's got like some cafe name, like Ultrea. That's another cafe that's got a weird fucking name. What's up, Ultrea? Shout out.
It's like KIN, and then yeah, and the food is good there.
Oh, they have
like,
food.
Yeah, it's like it's the loft part where there's like a little side room that's set up. Yeah, it was great. It was pretty cool.
Kinchana.
Yeah, Kinchana.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah.
Shout out Mike Red.
Yeah, that was really fun. I'm trying to like go. Well, I was like going back and forth between the two. Partly, just it's hard to like go to every mic when it's like they're at the same time.
Yeah, and they're like on the other side of this town.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, the way to win the money is like to stay for the whole thing, and then they say that the winner's at the end. So then it's kind of it's like a big reason to stay for the whole.
Honestly,
thing.
that's kind of rewarding in its own because we're all guilty of it. Where we should watch each other's sets a little more.
Yeah,
we're all guilty of it, and because, like I said, we listen with intent. If I'm gonna sit in this room, I'm gonna listen with intent. I'm gonna give you good feedback if the fucking joke's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's I like that. I didn't know. I'm gonna hit that up.
Sweet. So far, how far have you gone for comedy?
How far?
Like how much of a drive?
My house is 5 miles from here, and I used to live like right up the street on Market, so that's when I started, and I would just walk down here. So it's been out of convenience that I've been able to come. But yeah, I haven't.
You went to Quantum.
Quantum, I guess Quantum's 13 miles away.
Hell yeah.
Quantum is
Circle.
I'm a traveling comedian. I'm addicted to drugs. My family always wonders where I am at night.
Exactly. And comedy is a drug.
It really is. Your laugh is the rewarding drug that flows through my veins.
Stop holding back. Stop covering your mouth and not wanting to laugh.
Yeah. It's
bad for you.
It's funny.
It's funny. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Even if someone judges you, they're gonna leave the room and they're not gonna remember.
Yeah, exactly.
They might remember the incident, but they're not gonna remember it was you.
And if you do remember, tag me on Instagram. It's Hugo Rogel.
Oh So what's your best booking story so far? You got booked on a show.
Tommy's show at Open Mic in Kearney Mesa.
Nice.
That one was so cool. That place is great. They have a super sick green room, so you feel actually really special, you know. That place is great. I think that's been like my, and I got paid $5 for that gig, so
Nice.
it was the most rewarding.
Paid comedian.
So next time you see me, know who you're talking to. Yeah, that was rewarding, and I got to hang out with Tommy and Fad One. I think that guy's fucking hilarious. He's probably one of the funniest comedians.
Fad One?
Yeah, he's probably one of the funniest dudes. That's like, you wouldn't expect it. He's caught me off guard so many times. He's really funny.
Yeah, that's cool. Cool. So what's the worst thing about comedy right now?
That there isn't a 24-hour comedy club that we can all come hang out at, like a Lestat's type thing. Remember Lestat's when it was open 24 hours a day?
I don't think I ever went there when it was open 24 hours a day.
Yeah, so they used to be open 24 hours a day. I used to go there when I would like have nothing to do or like be on mushrooms and like not want to go home. Go hang out at Lestat's. I would do a lot of music writing at Lestat's. And there was always like people doing homework and other people's like shit like that. So you'd meet, you know, other artists, and I don't know. It'd be cool if we had like a cafe or a hangout spot where we all, you know, hang out and meet.
Yeah. Well, you should go to LA because you can do comedy during the day.
Yeah.
You pay like $5, but
I saw that. Yeah.
everyone stays in the room. It's comics that have never seen your jokes,
Yeah.
and there's different themes sometimes.
We
Like,
could have set up like a field trip. You know, get like a nice group of us. You know, whoever wants to come, and I don't know, go fuck around in LA. Cause yeah, I mean, San Diego.
well, people are organizing field trips.
I want to go on your field trip. Is what I'm trying to say.
Invited yet.
Take me on your field trip. I want to go on the field trip. I'm a good driver. I have an excellent amount of playlists. I got it covered.
Sweet. Okay. So when are we going?
I don't know. You tell me. It has to probably be on a Sunday or a Monday. Those are my days off. Sunday, Monday, shop's closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could go to the Comedy Store in LA.
Yeah. I would
Name
really
the
like
list,
that.
And then if we don't get on the list, then we just go to the next place.
Or you just go to Jerry Seinfeld's house and be like, hey, dude, we want to do comedy.
No. That's
Hey,
not
dude, you need somebody to work on your Porsche? I can totally do it.
What does that have to do with comedy?
He's probably one of the best in our generation.
Okay.
Yeah. He did it right commercially. He's like the Tony Hawk of comedy, right? He was in the right time at the right place and grabbed it. That's how I see it. He's a really good businessman.
For sure. Yep. It's classic.
Mm-hmm.
So do you enjoy watching other people work on jokes?
Yes. One of the jokes that I saw kind of grow was Honey Bear's joke where her real name's Jessica, and she was like a stripper, and that's one of the ones like the last time I heard her say it was like refined. It was right to the point, and yeah, it's really satisfying. It's really funny, you know, and it's funny to like to know each other's intellectual property, to put it that way. You know, be like, oh, yeah, that's you know, if I heard that joke somewhere else, I'd be like, I know where you heard that. You know, so yeah, it's definitely satisfying to see that.
Oh yeah. Have you ever been in a car accident?
Yeah, I've been on a few motorcycle accidents more than cars. I had to get airlifted one time from Tecate. Some guy ripped off half of my leg.
Thanks.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've had a few accidents, unfortunately. That's why I don't ride motorcycles anymore, unless I'm at the desert or something. But, yeah, I've had some really traumatic stuff happen. In the recent years, too, like the past 5 years, I had really bad accidents. Yeah. I have some pretty bad PTSD from it. Like, I really don't like driving in traffic, unless I have to. So I usually ride my e-bike everywhere, or either the trolley or the bus. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, do you have any merch?
No, not at the moment. I still feel really. I feel like a little fetus in the comedy scene, you know. So, you know, I feel like merch would be like a thing once you have a following. But no, I haven't really even thought of that. Maybe it'd be even funny to just come up with like a button with a slogan that has nothing to do with me. You know?
Yeah, it doesn't always have to be related to your joke or whatever.
Yeah.
You just think of something funny.
Yeah, that's interesting. Huh. Merch.
Yeah,
Interesting.
Start with stickers. I got stickers, like giveaway stickers.
Yeah, I saw that Crawford has those cool koozies that he got. It says like free comedy on the van. I thought that was pretty funny.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's funny. I have a joke that talks about my wife being arrested. Her name's Candy, and we ended up homeless. So I spray painted free candy on the side of the van. So I don't know if I can do a free candy van sticker, but maybe. Yeah.
Exactly.
Huh.
So, how do you feel about social media?
Well, I'm old enough to remember when like we didn't have it. Like we didn't have it in my early 20s. Yeah. And I mean, we had MySpace and Zynga and Facebook and whatnot. But I remember growing up without it and being impacted like within a week by it. Right? Like within a week, my friends were on Zynga, and I was like, I guess I was 13. You know. And that was like an early form of social media. But I've always liked memes. I think memes are fucking great.
Do you make memes?
I used to. I don't know if you remember this website called I Can Has Cheeseburger.
I think so.
And it was like a little cat. But then they did all kinds of different things like, oh, this looks a lot like this, or they would be like, oh, this song sounds like that. And I would my friends and I, this is back when you could still like rent movies. So we'd go to like Blockbuster and shit and be like, oh, look, this movie cover looks exactly like this one. And we'd like post that one. Shit like that. So that was like my early involvement in it. And then that's about it. But I've always been really into memes. I thought they were really funny. I've always really liked, like, when I was a kid, I would always get like the funnies from the newspaper. You know, and that was a huge thing to me to read those. Yeah. So that's like a new version of it. I feel like memes are like the funnies, but they're immediate. You have them right there. You know, they're relevant right off the bat. And the spectrum of like memes is, you can go from something completely fucked up to like the cutest thing, and it's still gonna give you a really good laugh. You know? Yeah. It's I don't know. That's why I like social media. Everything else is kind of dangerous, unfortunately. A lot of comparing. The comparing is scary.
And chasing those likes and views.
Oh man. Yeah, I always think of that Kanye West line when he's like, I'm looking at the gram, but I don't even like likes. Like, yeah, like, I am staring at this shit for a fucking like, but what's a fucking like gonna do for me? You know, I can't take it to the bank and be like, oh, I got 13 likes on this. But it does, I mean, it is rewarding, it is funny. I do definitely try to like stuff when, like, I see some of these dudes post their videos, some of them are fucking great. And if you watch it and don't like it, like, don't follow the dude, you know? Be supportive. But then it's hard to be like, oh man, they get to do so much stuff, you know? Start comparing yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, and like I've heard, you know, that even when you get into that cycle, then it's like you are now it's a job.
Yeah, I mean, no, absolutely.
It's not, it doesn't even pay well.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to Chase, and he, you know, they make a shit ton of videos, and their videos are really, really funny. But, you know, I was talking with him the other day, and he's like, yeah, dude, he's like, but you know how long I edit that shit? I'm like, fuck, it's like a fucking full-time job, sitting there at the computer editing all day. So, you know, that effort too, you know, if it's going for a like, make sure to like that fucking video, because he put a lot of effort into it, you know, and he puts his effort in here into the clubs as well. So, definitely an inspiration, but like those young dudes, you have to have that time to do it. Don't have kids, because then you can't do your comedy as well. It's really hard.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So, what do you want to talk about?
Okay. Who's your favorite comic?
I love everybody in the San Diego scene except for a few people, and they don't need to know that I don't like them.
Yeah, I feel that.
Because that gives them power.
Absolutely.
Maybe
Absolutely.
some of them know that I don't like them.
Yeah.
but we don't talk about it.
Yeah. Do you have a lot of enemies in the comedy world?
No, I hope not.
Yeah. I think it'd be hard to, but I mean, you're gonna brush shoulders, and not everybody has to get along, you know.
Right.
Especially when someone, you know, it happens a lot in the music scene when, you know, in like, especially like you're in the studios where like there's other bands that are in your scene rehearsing, and they hear what you're playing, you're gonna get a cold shoulder from them, especially if it sounds cool. It happens, you know. Yeah, absolutely. It's the same thing with comedy. Someone goes up there and kills, and you know you haven't seen him doing that good recently, or the last time you saw him it wasn't that good. You know, there are people with the capability to be like, to not take it well, you know, to give you a cold shoulder about it instead of like, hey, that was pretty fucking funny, and not laugh, you know. I've been guilty of it, you know, when I'm in a bad mood. But try to get rid of that mood when I come here, because I'm at the comedy club. I don't get to be here a lot.
Yeah.
And I don't have a lot of, like, I have a few friends in the comedy scene, you know, but I'd like to get to know more people so I can, you know, they're more easily accessible for funny stuff.
Right. Yeah, I try to like talk and get along with everybody. You know, I mean, partly it's my personality, and partly it's because I have my own show, open mic, the podcast, and these all things need comics.
Yeah.
Right? I want people to be on the podcast. I want people to come to Quantum Brewing and be on comedy or worse, either as a featured comic or as just an open mic slot.
Mm-hmm.
Start off as open mic, work your way up to being able to be the host and featured.
Yeah. Being a feature's fun. And it's cool to see like some of the dudes that have like been doing it for a long time and all the fun stuff that they get to do, like Frankie, you know, like I think he's you know, he does really well.
Did 40 minutes at the Outdoor.
Yeah, and he's, you know, he's definitely one of the killers. You know, to me, he's one of the killers in San Diego. Yeah. And so, but it's also like I see, you know, like to me, one of the hardest workers would be, you know, Mike Red. You know, he's fucking everywhere that I end up at, and that's really inspiring to see that, you know, he still does his job and he's still doing this, and then he does a basketball thing. Like that's super cool, you know, to show that they have those capabilities.
Did you go to the basketball thing?
I haven't gone yet, but definitely will.
Okay.
That was today.
I haven't gone.
Yeah, I had to fix my couch.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a little busy on it with my lady, and I broke one of the legs off. I'm a big guy. I have a lot of energy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Gotta get a couch that can stand it.
I know we just paid like a shit ton of money for it, but you know, I don't know. Maybe it got broken during the move or something. I don't know, but something happened.
So it's all better now?
Yeah, I'm pretty handy, but
Nice.
yeah, I did that this morning. Then I had to go get diapers. That was a fun run.
Wow.
That was cool. Yeah, it's fun riding an e-bike with the kids though, like through National City and stuff. I like it a lot. I like bicycling a lot.
So they went with you?
Yeah, I have 2 e-bikes. I have a regular one, and then I have like one that you can put some kids on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 10 feet long. It's pretty fun.
Huh.
Yeah. Try to be as European as possible.
Sure.
Do you have a favorite person in history?
In history?
Yeah. Like someone...
Well, let's look back.
I mean, that's not a comedian.
Oh. It's not a comedian?
Like someone that you kind of like, you read about them and you're like, oh, that's pretty inspiring, or...
Yeah, there's like a lot of people. It's hard to... Even though I ask things like, what's your favorite this, what's your favorite that, the favorite is hard because unless you spend a lot of time thinking, it's like, it's just what came to mind at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, anybody that like overcame like obstacles and that really were able to like do stuff.
Yeah.
Despite everything. Oh my God, I'm blanking. I didn't know I was going to be interviewed.
Well, it's just a good question. And honestly, I just set it up so I can tell people that I really like Ben Franklin.
Ben Franklin.
Yeah, he's like one of the most inspirational.
Yeah, there's people that are inspiring that never got recognition, like Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of people that know stuff, but Thomas Edison took a lot of.
Right. Then we get into the whole Thomas Edison thing. Yeah.
You know, it's like.
Yeah.
There's people that were like persecuted, and it's awful. They died too young. You know, I studied computer science, and there's awful stories that, who was it? The Turing machine, the Turing guy. He had a sad history.
The diesel guy too. He like invented diesel and then didn't sell it to the Germans and then died on his way home. He like fell off the boat on the Atlantic.
Yeah, it's fucking so many awful stories.
In the pursuit of technology.
You know, what really would be interesting is to it's really before recorded history.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you look at the fossil records, it's like there was like for 10,000 years we were using stone tools.
Mm-hmm, supposedly.
And it's like no one was back there to know about it. Like, what do you think we were using? Some kind of thing that disintegrated?
I don't know, man. Yeah, I mean, there are so many things that have existed on this planet that we have no clue of because exactly that they've turned to dust.
Sure, but even if they were using other stuff, well, I mean,
I'm also a huge conspiracy theorist, so
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go down the hole. Sure, if we want to go down the way.
But okay, let me finish the point and we can get into conspiracies. That somebody or multiple people, you know, I don't know if you call them people because they're a lot of times maybe wouldn't be classified as human yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
They everybody was doing the same thing, and the attitude was, oh, well, it's good enough. And someone's like, well, couldn't we make it better?
Right.
You know, so some way we like progress.
Right.
It'd be interesting to like be able to go back and see those moments of inspiration.
Yeah. It'd be cool to like meet the first comedian, the first guy that like made fun of someone.
Standing around.
They're
sitting around a campfire.
Yeah. Like, was it crowd work or was it an observation? You know?
Probably an observation, right?
Yeah. It's like
the first pun.
Yeah, it'd be like, hey, Bill screamed kind of funny when he got eaten earlier, huh? And everybody's like, oh yeah, he did cry like a bitch.
Yeah, when did dark humor, or was that socially acceptable, or you know?
I mean, I'm pretty sure it started with dark humor, you know?
Yeah, because you got to use comedy to do.
I'm pretty sure it was really dark. I mean, sometimes when I think about it, like I think I read somewhere sometime that like we develop laughter as a sign of telling each other like the coast is clear, right? Like there's a moment of tension and then there's a release in laughter, just like how a joke works. So somewhere along the line, someone teased that there was danger. There wasn't danger, and everybody had to laugh about it. I mean, maybe that was one of the first primal jokes, and that was probably his name was probably Hugo, fucking around with everyone.
Yeah, but you didn't pronounce it exactly like that.
It's hug.
The H was like kind of silent.
Yeah, it started with more of a hue. Yeah, it's definitely a Germanic name.
Yeah.
And yeah, those were definitely cavemen's. So we're probably onto a point here. We're probably going to be on Joe Rogan next talking about this theory that you and I have.
Yeah, exactly.
This is just how it works. It's all tied together.
Yeah. Who I really admire is the guy that invented the time machine.
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't been born yet, but that guy.
I think he has. I think he's been fucking around, more than likely. If anything, it was probably Donald Trump. And that's why everything is just like, and he's like at the center of it.
It's like Back to the Future 2, where Biff gets the almanac.
Oh, right. And he like wins all that money, right? Oh, I like Biff. I thought Biff was a good antagonist.
Yeah, exactly.
A good, hearty American antagonist. We need more of those.
Yeah, he's like, why am I the bad guy?
Yeah. Just a good old boy.
Just making the money.
My dad's the judge. Yeah. I just had a bunch of like personal questions, like how many siblings do you have?
I got all sisters. I got one older sister that is a full sister. I call my sisters, even if they're half sisters. Then 2 youngest sisters. With the dad that I grew up with. At the time I just call him Hal, but now I call him my dad. And then a sister that's 2 years younger than me that got adopted away.
Oh no.
Yeah, but now, now I know who she is. She was just at the last family reunion again.
That's an interesting.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so it was weird, like finding out as a teenager.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, okay, you're 2 years older than me, but you're not adopted, right?
Damn.
Like, don't want to accidentally have try to kiss your half sister, right?
I mean, it happens sometimes just by purpose, but.
Yeah. Well, I had a kissing cousin when I was growing up.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And then later on, it was like, oh, that's fucking weird.
Yeah.
It kind of scared me.
It's kind of weird.
Romance.
Yeah.
It's like, I remember just being so intense that it's like, even though you know it's wrong, it's like you can't control yourself.
Well, it's funny when like people started like tracing their DNA and shit. My sister and I started looking up census records, and we found out that my dad's parents, in a census record, registered as cousins. Right, so they were cousins, and they ended up getting married, and that's where my lineage is now based. So we're like, oh shit, cool, we're inbred, like right down this branch, right at the joining branch. Crazy shit. Yeah, it explains a lot.
6 toes.
Oh yeah, all the deformities, the uncle without the eyelid, the whole thing. Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's true.
Sweet.
What do we got?
Over an hour.
Sweet.
We're doing it. It's podcasting.
What else do you have? I saw that you had on there. Look up Neil Hamburger. That guy's hilarious.
Yeah, I still haven't done it.
He was in Tim and Eric. He was on Tim and Eric for an episode. It's pretty funny. I mean, he plays himself, but he plays himself as a taxi driver, which is even funnier.
Yeah.
Like Neil Hamburger, like with his drink, driving a cab and like trying to talk. It's pretty hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, look him up.
Sweet. I gotta do it now. 2 different people told me to do it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But we should end the podcast, do the promo, and
Okay.
go to the writing group.
Yeah, I gotta go. I'm gonna meet my family there.
All right. Sweet. So this has been Comedy or Worse. Okay, bye.
What's the worst that could happen?